If anyone says live and let live, I would say, if you actually believe those words, then you must inherently believe in veganism, because that's what it's all about. I've always been a big fan of eating meat and animal products, always enjoyed it. I used to go hunting as well. It wasn't until we adopted a cat from the street and I developed a friendship with the cat, and one of my friends pointed out my hypocrisy in claiming to be an animal lover and said, you know, sometimes when you talk about your cat, you talk as if you're an animal lover, but I hope you realize you're not an animal lover, you just love your cat. And that's because you go hunting, you eat meat, you eat animal products. And that was it. I couldn't come up with any argument. I knew for a fact I didn't need to eat meat to be healthy, because obviously my friend was vegetarian at the time. And that's when I went vegetarian. And then I was wondering how come as an adult human being, I was drinking the breast milk of the mother of another animal. And I landed on documentaries like Earthlings, and after I watched it all, I thought I now have the moral imperative to go vegan. So that was my change. When we start respecting other animals, when we start seeing them as individuals and realizing that regardless of all the differences that we have between us and them, they still deserve basic moral rights, they still deserve respect. The majority of the world is contributing to animal suffering. People really don't think about how bad the impact is. We're not talking about a few animals getting killed every now and then. We're talking about around 2.7 trillion animals a year, 70,000 animals per second. And it's not because we need to, it's not because we have to, it's simply because it's there and it's happening and we're not doing an effort to end it. When we have a very small movement that is rapidly growing, we have to make sure that this movement is active in abolishing this philosophy of speciesism, the idea that we should and can and it's morally acceptable to do this to other animals. So if we actually want to see change, we shouldn't just say, well, I'm not doing anything. We should say, what can I personally do to end this horrible atrocity? There's an injustice here. And when there's an injustice and you feel for what's happening for the victims, you have to take a step for the victims. At its core, veganism is about animal rights and giving these individuals who have been getting exploited from tens of thousands of years their basic moral rights to have bodily autonomy, live their lives for the individuals that they are. People say live and let live, and I say great, that's the perfect thing that you can say about veganism, because you're not letting live. If you are not vegan, you can't use the expression live and let live. I'm asking you to live and let live. At the bare minimum, let the others live. Do it for the animals.